Darwal auntie, we are making rasam today, but just a
Okay.
quick, discussion about what food is, what people think about food, what you all think about food. What
Okay.
is food for?
I can tell you, I want my food to be nutritious. Number one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Nothing bad there.
Uh-huh. And Muna?
I love tasty, yummy food. It has to be delicious.
Yes, yes, definitely,
Healthy
definitely.
is added benefit. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
bonus.
Mm-hmm. That is true. Um, if we mix both of the points together, what Diana said and what you have said, and I be sure that everybody else will accept that definitely food we have it for taste, we have it for satisfying all our taste buds, for satisfying our what do you say, cravings and all. Added to that, if it is nutritious, then it's like a cherry on the top. But if it is something that suits your body, it's two cherry on the top. And if it is something which you might not like it very much, but if it is required by your body, it's three cherry on the top. So we have to select food that is actually, nutritious, satisfies our taste, satisfies our cravings, and also which is good for your body. So there are different kinds of body types which every nutritionist, I'm damn sure that were many sessions there. You must have attended many sessions, but being from an Indian background, what we generally think here before making any food is it is easy to make, it is tastier, it has all the satisfying taste, also it digests easily.
Yeah.
So this is not something which this dish rasam is not something that is loved by many of the Central India, East Indians, or North Indians, but by South Indians because it is way more tangy. It tingles in your mouth, but it is good for your stomach, for your belly, for your bowels and everything. So this dish, rasam, I'll introduce you with the ingredients. It has tamarind in this, tamarind water. This is fresh black tamarind. I have taken a lemon size. I have, kept it in water for around 10 to 15 minutes, just normal water, no boiled water or something. Along with that, this is just a lemon size, tamarind. I have taken two medium sized tomatoes and I have grated it very roughly. It's not too much paste, it's halfway to paste and to pieces. Clear sunflower oil, this is cooking oil, clear cooking oil. I'm sure it's not visible here, but it is there. Then we have the key, very key ingredient of today's dish. This is pepper and cumin seeds powder, equal proportions. This gives spice to today's dish. Then we have unpeeled garlic cloves. I've just smashed it. Along with that, there are 7 to 8 garlic cloves. Along with that, we have 7 to 8 curry leaves, fresh curry leaves. We have asafoetida, that's called hing here. Then a pinch of asafoetida will be added to this dish. Then we have coriander powder, we have turmeric powder, and we have chili powder. That will be added just a little bit, and that's all. And then also we have rye for the tadka. Yes. So the very first thing I will be doing here is I'll be using my hands. I have washed my hands thoroughly, it's all clean. I'll be mashing this tamarind water. I'll be just squeezing all the, you know, uh, flesh and leaving out the scales kind of a thing, or the skin kind of a thing from the tamarind. The more you take the tamarind, the more tangy it is. and
The
to
juicy part.
juicy part. And to this, the softening part will be done by tomatoes. Tomatoes are not very tangy here. I haven't taken too ripe tomatoes. I have taken medium ripe red tomatoes. So yes, I have taken this. I'll be just straining it with my hand roughly. I don't want the big chunks to go in, but yes, I want the small chunks to be in because that will be mashed while boiling. You can add as much water as you want. If you want to reduce the tangy flavor, just squeeze the skin. Roughly, it can pop from between your fingers. Yes. So we have this. Secondly, we'll add to this. This is the raw material that we are preparing. We'll add to this the tomato puree. Not very fine puree. You'll see that it has chunks, big chunks like this. Tomatoes that will give a good taste while chewing after it gets boiled. And the easiest part, the brightest thing here is this dish hardly takes 10 minutes if we have everything prepared. This dish is served second last in all the South Indian dishes, and it's the best thing of to finish your food because it has all the tastes. It is sour, it is spicy, it is liquidy, it has fresh curry leaves, coriander powder. It has this. I'll be saying this garlic cloves. I'll be boiling it with scales. Just dropped in 7 to 8 garlic cloves with the scales. One thing that we follow here is the more you use scales, the more tastier it is. Whether it is potato or any food, the more you use the scales, the more tastier it is. Then I have added that pinch of asafoetida hing with turmeric powder, with little bit of red chili powder and coriander powder to give the raw spice taste. Yes, now we are ready to give the tadka. This liquid is ready. I'll just keep it aside. I'll keep my kadai. This is thick base kadai. It has nothing, you need not look for any specific kind of kadai or pan or tawa. It can be done on even saucepans, or it can be done on milk pans. So my kitchen is here. So yes, my kadai is getting heated. What I'll do is, before it gets too hot, I'll just drop in here and add some water. I'm adding almost 1 glass of water. You can wash this vessel where we have kept mixed the mixture. We just have to give it a boil, just where there is snow coming on the top, and we'll be good to go. Meanwhile, in the same pan where we prepared everything else, we'll be dropping in this. This is almost 2 tablespoons of pepper and cumin seeds. So I'll be adding 3/4 of this to the pan. You can add full. I'll add full more. And we like spice a lot. Also, I'll just keep this coriander leaves ready, freshly chopped coriander leaves. I'm just cutting it in roughly. Some may be big, some be small. She also wants something healthier. So I hope this is visible. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yes. So this is ready. You can see slight changes on the top of this liquid, which says that it is starting to boil up. We'll keep all the other things aside because we'll be playing this pour and up game here in a while. We just have to give it a single boil. Here, why we ask everyone to, have, if you're not having it with rice or anything, just drink this liquid. Why? Because this has pepper, cumin seeds powder, which is good for your digestion. So if your digestion is good, your absorption will be equally good. If your absorption is good, you'll be healthier. Because most of us face a problem, even if we could digest the food, the absorption is very less. So we have to have the appetite in which we absorb more of the nutritious things and leave off the waste. So this helps in good absorptions, good digestion, and it satisfies all your taste buds so that you will not feel hungry after your meal. Because what happens is every time we have a meal, after a few hours, if we had good, manly work, very rough working, then we'll feel hunger again. But place very quicker, very faster. So yes, I'll just roughly mix this. Because we are going to temper it later, I haven't tempered it earlier. Yes, there is a single boil. You can see the boils here. I'll turn this heat lower and transfer this to this vessel. I just give it a quick wash. Because the pan can get burned if I keep it as it is without washing. So most of our part is ready. What we'll do now is we have to add salt. This is just This is actually raw salt. This is rock salt which has been crushed and kept roughly, because the more we use rock salt in food, the more is good. So rock salt needs to be added more. If you're using normal salt, I guess 1 or 1.5 tablespoon is enough for this much quantity of liquid. Yes, so this is well heated now. I add 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. This is clear sunflower oil. You can use any oil, your choice of oil, but this has no taste, so I have used this. But coconut oil is also used. People also use olive oil, plain one, flavored one is all our choice. So I'll be adding few seeds of rye, mustard seeds. The more it doesn't harm much. Yes, it's almost 1 teaspoon of mustard oil. I will be roughly clipping this curry leaves into half. We don't want to chop it very fine because it might get sour or bitter if we do that. So we just have to roughly break these leaves into half and let the mustard seeds crackle. Once it's done, Our dish is done. We just have to pour the stamper onto the top of this liquid. Yes. And I'll definitely give somebody to taste. So much fresh. Because the pepper is always asked. It is compulsory with pepper that you have to add it later. We will never add pepper while cooking or before cooking. They are hungry because they can smell food now. We leave the mustard seeds to crackle. They are yet to crackle. The kadai, the pan was chill, cold. And definitely while dropping it in, you would like to keep in mind that you go a little bit back because yes, this pops up, this cracks up very fast. Oh, wow. You don't want to burn it, so I reduced and I'll be dropping this back. This big like a task. You can get heat ramps on your hand. Please be careful for that, but worth having it. There's very less oil. It's all delicious. It's ready to serve. So this is rasam with tamarind, tomatoes, then curry leaves, coriander powder, coriander leaves, fresh coriander leaves. We have clear oil, which is used for the later process. Then we have pepper and cumin seeds powder. That's all. Thank you so much. Jai Meher Baba. I hope this input of mine is good for your health and it adds happiness to your stomach. Thank you so much. Jai Meher Baba.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. So I guess we started off in sharp at 8 and we finished by 20 with all the talking and all. So we finished this dish in 20 minutes, which is just a 10 minutes task. We were chatting before that. Yes.
Surekha, I have a
Jai
question.
Baba, Raffle, Jai Baba.
Yes. Before you put in the mustard seed and the mustard oil, there was something I couldn't see and I did not get the word what you put in. I think you
I
put into the oil.
So we were using clear sunflower oil with no essence or no taste. It's clear and subtle oil used mostly here because there are plenty of flavors in a dish. So generally, I use clear sunflower oil, and there are groundnut oil which is used. Before pouring oil, also I washed this pan because I don't want the burn stains on my pan because I have to be tampering it, so it has to be dry. So I washed this pan. So do you want the
There
this?
was one ingredient I didn't, there was one ingredient and I think it was a powder. It was in a little cup.
Okay, okay, that is asafoetida. That is called hing. It is good for digestion.
I didn't
We
get the
just
word again. Sorry.
asafoetida. I'll just show you.
Help me out, Diane. Are you guys know here?
You're going to see it in just a
It's
moment, Russell.
it comes in such a package, and it is a yellow powder or a white powder. It comes in raw format and also in powdered form. This is a strong, ingredient. This is called asafoetida.
Surekha, doesn't it grow on a tree? There's a tree, the
Yes,
tamarind
it's an
tree.
extraction from a tree. It has rice flour, gum arabic, asafoetida, turmeric in this package. We also get raw, the rocked one, which if you just little bit, if you smash it and drop it in it will melt. So
Isn't
it's a just uh-huh.
is another word for it tamarind?
Another word for tamarind, here we call it imli. I'll show you what tamarind looks like.
In English, it's only tamarind, Diana.
Yeah. So
In
you're
Hindi, it's imli.
so it's different. Tamarind is different from this.
It's the same.
It's the same
This
thing.
is tamarind.
That's tamarind.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like
It
a
comes in
sour
two
taste.
forms. It comes in two forms. It is stored with salt. When it is on tree, it looks brown with all the shells. When it grows older, like wine, it turns to black with all its flavor into it. And even if I take it out in my hand, I have all the tanginess and all the giggles all over my jawline. So this is something which here everybody likes to eat it raw with salt and spices added. I'll
Amaranth.
definitely
Is that
yes,
the
tamarind.
bean? Is that the bean?
Sorry?
I know at Marizod we saw tamarind beans, and they were kind of tart and sweet.
Yes, yes,
Sweet
it is
and
the same.
sour a bit.
When
Tart.
it is new, it is a little bit sweet,
All right.
but when it grows older, it has sour, tangy flavor,
Yeah,
and
they
it
also
comes
have
as
tamarind sweets.
yes. When it is soaked in jaggery, they convert it into a sweet tamarind, and then they have it. It is good for health, but consuming raw tamarind can lessen your hemoglobin, that is HB count. So we should avoid having raw tamarind. We should always have tamarind in cooked form. I'm not a science student. I don't know what the chemical thing is here, but I have been always warned by my mother not to have tamarind raw because it can lower your blood levels and your hemoglobin levels. But if you have it cooked, it increases. So it has
Uh,
both the parts.
Um, yeah.
So
So it's
I
the
will I
bean.
would like to share, if you give me chance, I would like to share screen and show you what I was saying is asafoetida. Can I screen share, Diana?
Yes.
Uh, uh, um, let me see. I just a second. Are you co-host right now? You must.
No.
I can make you co-host. Just a second.
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Okay.
Um. Wait a second here. Okay, just to make you co-host. Okay. Okay, your
Yes, I
co-host.
am a co-host now.
Yeah.
I'll just screen share. So, asafoetida is a plant that has a bad smell and tastes bitter. It is sometimes called devil's tongue, but people use asafoetida resin, a gum-like material, as a medicine. Asafoetida resin is produced by solidifying juice that comes out of cuts made in the plant's living roots. So the rock one looks like this. It comes in this form, and the powdered one looks something like this.
Well, that is not.
Sorry?
That is not
This is the
tamarind.
plant. This is not tamarind, this is asafoetida. If you want tamarind, I will show you tamarind.
No, we've just. I was wondering about your ingredients.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is tamarind.
That's my
Yeah.
mistake. That's my mistake. Because I thought they were the same. Now I'm educated.
Jayden.
So
Oh,
this is tamarind.
do we have tamarind in the dish you prepared?
Yes, yes. We
Do. Oh,
soaked
good to know.
tamarind, a lemon size. We soaked a lemon-sized tamarind in water, in normal plain temperature water, and then
Yeah.
we, with the help of my hands, we'll squeeze all the meshy part and leave all the scales out, and use the water, the liquid here. Along
Mm.
with that, we have puree, tomato puree, not very much fine, but we have kept small chunks of tomatoes because it feels good while eating. You can see here there are chunks of tomato. They are, while boiling, when we give a single boil, it is half cooked and half raw. That is very tastier. It actually neutralizes the flavor of tamarind and controls the tanginess. So that is here.
So, Surekha, my question is, how are you going to eat this delicious food in front of you?
This is actually the second serving in any South Indian dish. It's had with rice, or it can be taken as soup as well. But after your food,
And
because
it can
this,
also be eaten with masala vada. Vada,
yes,
medu vada.
yes, it is. There is medu vada, there's dal vada. Everybody have different, flavors to satisfy this with. But the main thing why when this is eaten is to have it with rice. First, you have it with the main course of the rice, you have it with the main course of liquid dish, the curry or something. Then you have this rasam with rice. Either you drink it or you have it with rice, nice meshy, and then you add clear butter to this dish. It is heaven.
Ooh.
I am actually having plain rice now, nice boiled rice. I'll be having this. I'm having water all over because of the
It's
tangy
supposed to be
essence that.
very good for the digestive system also.
Yes. So we'll be adding, clear butter here with this in the rice itself, because clear butter, it is good for your internal organs. Because if at all the spice which we have added in this is more that isn't suiting your system,
Mhm.
Palate.
then the clear butter will help you not to get any boils inside. So
Is
clear
it
butter is all. Yeah.
is ghee different from clear butter? Yeah.
Ghee is clear butter. So
Okay.
you can have clear butter of cow or buffalo, anything, but having cows is better because buffalo one is way more fattier. It adds to the taste, but health-wise, when you're having this, it is good to have it with cow clear butter, and that's all.
Would you please spell it? Because I didn't catch it. Could you spell the name of what you've just made,
Yes,
letter by
it's
letter?
called rasam. Rasam.
Awesome.
Rasam. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard that
I'll
before.
just show you how it actually.
It's a South Indian delicacy.
It's a South Indian delicacy. This is what we have made right now, and it looks exactly like this
Yummy.
with the
Wow.
tamarind. And if it is cooked in
Looks
earthen pots,
yummy.
Very
Wow.
yummy.
Looks
if
good
it
for
is
you too.
cooked in earthen pots, it has
Oh,
more taste.
yummy.
So, and if you serve it with rice, I'll show you how it looks and why my mouth was filled with all. Uh,
Oh, yes.
And
uh,
appam.
yes, I was filled. So any vegetable that is served, and then we have rasam and rice together.
Oh, yeah.
Show them appam.
Yes, it is
Uh,
also with a crunchy
crispy.
aplam that is rice.
The one down, right side, next to the. It's there next to the
Yes,
glass. Yeah, this one.
Wow, what's
This is
that?
called appam.
this is
It's
called
the it's
aplam. It's something that is fried and had with
with South Indian food.
It's very
Yeah,
tasty.
with almost all the South Indian dishes. You can see this plate.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
So this dish, this is appam. It's a raw, flat bread of made out of rice dough, and then it is, fried in hot oil.
How is it different from papadums?
How it is different from?
How do you say that? I'm saying it wrong.
Yeah.
It's papad.
So
It's papad.
pap
It's same. Appalam is a Tamil word. It's a South Indian word, appalam, but it is papad. The same papad,
so
crunchy papad. Which
actually, Diana, papad is North Indian. They put pepper in it. This is South
yes,
Indian without pepper, and it's very delicious.
Looks.
it just has rice flavor and salt, no spices added. And in papad like this, they add jeera, they add ajwain. Jeera is cumin seeds. They also make it in different as potato papad. Then they made of urad dal, different kinds of pulses papad. When it is plain, it is called appalam, which is made of just of rice.
Mm.
And you get it online as well. Different prices, different company make it that way. So technical things help us to understand things more clearly.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
For
Thank you
introducing
so much.
us to that. Yeah, it looks like a good soup that could be prepared and,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
served for, is it recommended to prepare it fresh daily, or
It
can you
it is.
refrigerate it and serve
It
it?
lasts because tamarind is something which has its own quality of preservatives. You can
Yeah,
keep it in freeze refrigerator, normal refrigerator, and use it for the next day. It can be used until the next day,
yeah,
and you should make sure that when you take it out of the refrigerator, you do not boil it. It just have to be heated, light heated, because if we boil it, the pepper essence will fly off. So we don't want to lose the pepper flavor. That's why we use raw pepper powder here in this.
Thank you so much. This is
Thank you
looking
so much.
wonderful. Mm.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Avatar Meher Baba ki
Thank
jai.
you,
Jai
Jay.
Hind Baba.
Jay Baba.
We'll meet again next in our next session sooner. Keep joining. Jai Baba.
For sure.
Jeba. See you.